Picture a massive, beautifully run corporate skyscraper. Running that building isn't just about unlocking the front doors at 8 a.m., right? It's about making sure the elevators actually work, the security badges let the right people onto the right floors, and the utilities run without a single hiccup. Running Microsoft 365 Copilot is exactly like that. It needs a rock-solid structural framework. For the AB 900 exam, we call this building and maintaining an operational foundation. And that is absolutely crucial to make sure Copilot delivers its full value without suddenly exposing your business to massive security or compliance risks. To get that solid foundation, we're going to master the 5 exact steps of the exam curriculum today. 1. Operational foundations. 2. Admin roles and permissions. 3. License assignment and onboarding. 4. Troubleshooting common issues. And finally, communicating changes to users.
Section 1. Operational Foundations. Let's look at building that framework.
Think of a massive global logistics company. If they treated every single package delivery as a brand new, totally unique problem to solve, their entire system would just instantly collapse. They need a rigid, reliable system. And here's a fun fact. Treating admin tasks as one-offs is actually the #1 cause of runaway costs in a Microsoft 365 tenant. For the AB 900 exam, you really need to understand that a systematic approach prevents critical mistakes. We're talking about avoiding things like wildly over-licensing your users or missing key permissions that block access. Operating with a framework guarantees consistency across your tenant, it drives efficiency, and honestly, it just keeps your administrative overhead as low as possible as your organization grows.
Section 2. Admin roles and permissions. Let's dive into scoped access control. Imagine giving every single employee in your office building a master key, a key that opens absolutely every door. The server room, the financial records office, the CEO's suite. You would literally never do that, right? You'd give them keys only to the specific rooms they actually need to do their jobs. This is exactly why the AB 900 exam strictly tests the principle of least privilege. In Microsoft 365, relying on the global administrator role is like handing out that master key. It gives complete tenant-wide access. And if that gets misused or compromised, huge security risk. So instead, organizations have to adopt scoped roles. These give administrators exactly the access they need to perform their specific duties and absolutely nothing more. Let's break down the logic here. We use role-based access control, or RBAC, managed through Microsoft Entra ID. The user requests access, Entra ID verifies exactly who they are, and then they're granted a heavily scoped role that leads directly to safe access. Let's put this into a real-world corporate setting. Say a department lead needs to manage Copilot licenses for their team. We don't make them a global admin, no way. We assign them the license administrator role, which completely protects unrelated security settings. Or if an HR worker needs to onboard contractors, they get the user administrator role. A compliance officer reviewing Copilot usage logs, they get the compliance administrator role. It's a beautiful way to balance operational efficiency with strict, lockdown tenant security. Now, for the exam, you've got to memorize this exact click path in the Admin Center. First, you just expand users and select active users. Click on the person you're modifying, and in their details pane, hit Manage Roles. Choose your scoped role and save. Simple as that. This is your standard path for basic individual role assignments. But what about bulk assignments? Well, for that, we shift over to the Microsoft Entra Admin Center. You navigate to Roles and Administrators, find your specific role, click Add Assignments, search for your user or group, and assign it. Knowing exactly when to use the Microsoft 365 Admin Center versus Entra ID is a fundamental administrative skill, and you will absolutely be tested on it. Section 3. License Assignment and Onboarding. Let's talk about automating assignments so we can kill those runaway costs. Think about running a massive big box retail store. It wouldn't restock your inventory by buying one single item at the cash register, right? You'd use bulk purchasing and supply chains to automate the whole flow. When it comes to Copilot, assigning licenses individually without a strategy is a complete administrative trap. As your company grows, it becomes totally unmanageable. So, the AB 900 best practice is to use group-based licensing through Microsoft Entra ID. Here's how the flow works. A new hire joins. They are added to a department-specific security group. Because that group is configured to auto-license, the user is instantly Copilot ready. This drastically cuts down manual IT overhead and ensures nobody slips through the cracks. Plus, and finance loves this, when an employee leaves, simply removing them from the group reclaims the license instantly. No more paying for empty seats. Now, while group licensing is the dream scenario, you still need to know the manual route for the exam. In the M365 Admin Center, you go to Users, then Active Users, select your user, click Licenses and Apps, check the Copilot box, and hit Save. To implement that highly efficient group-based licensing we were just raving about, we go back to the Microsoft Entra Admin Center. The path goes like this. Navigate to Groups and select your security group. Under the group settings, select Licenses. Go to Assignments and add the Microsoft 365 Copilot license. Finally, add users to that group. Look, tying licenses to this exact group process in Entra ID isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's a core AB 900 operational best practice to guarantee you can scale.
Section 4. Troubleshooting common issues. Time to learn the methodical approach. Because let's face it, eventually, things will break.
When a car breaks down, a good mechanic doesn't just start wildly replacing random parts in the engine. They follow a strict, logical troubleshooting checklist. Battery, then starter, then fuel line, right? Well, when a user reports that Copilot isn't appearing or responding, you have to follow a methodical troubleshooting flow. The user reports the issue, you check their M365 apps, you verify their license assignment, and you review the result. You're trying to quickly figure out, is it a license issue, a network connectivity problem, or just an outdated app?
Here's a classic exam scenario. Copilot is completely missing from Word. The culprit? 9 times out of 10, they aren't running the Microsoft 365 apps for enterprise build. You need to know the exact steps a user takes to verify this on their machine. First, they open the app and click File. Second, they click Account. Third, under Product Information, they verify it specifically says Microsoft 365 Apps for Enterprise. And fourth, they click Update Options and select Update Now to force the absolute latest version.
But hold on, before you dive deep into individual user logs or PC settings, you have to rule out a global Microsoft issue. Always check the Service Health dashboard under Health first. If there's a huge global Microsoft outage, you want to see that advisory before you waste 2 hours troubleshooting a perfectly fine local laptop. The admin path is simple. Navigate to Health in the Admin Center, click Service Health, and review any active advisories or incidents for Copilot. Section 5. Communicating changes to users. This one is all about user adoption. Imagine handing a complex, heavy-duty power tool to a worker without giving them an instruction manual or a safety briefing. They're either going to break the tool, break something else, or just flat-out refuse to turn it on. Copilot fundamentally changes how people work inside Microsoft 365 apps. So the AB 900 exam requires you to know that a successful rollout demands a highly structured communication strategy. This means sending email announcements before the rollout that don't just say, "Hey, Copilot is here," but actually include screenshots highlighting exactly where the button is located. It means hosting live Teams training sessions where you show real everyday use cases, like generating a summary in Word or analyzing a massive budget in Excel. And finally, it means maintaining centralized support documentation. Build a central FAQ wiki on SharePoint so users can self-serve, rather than immediately flooding your IT help desk with 500 tickets asking, "Where is the button?"
So, we've built the operational framework. We're managing our licenses automatically, we've established a methodical troubleshooting flow, and we've prepped our users with crystal clear communication. But remember, all of this shiny infrastructure rests entirely on the integrity of your administrative controls. So, looking at your own deployment, how will you apply the principle of least privilege to secure your Copilot tenant?